It is your boy, West Coast, and we are live in the building, man. We got some breaking news coming out of Dallas today. It looks as if Jaylon Smith, linebacker, Dallas Cowboys linebacker, has went ahead and signed a contract extension with the Dallas Cowboys. As of right now, we don't know how much the extension is. But it is being revealed that let me see if I can get over here. Got some breaking news. It is being revealed that that Jaylon Smith has taken a deal with the Dallas Cowboys, an extension deal. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I think it's a smart move on management. I definitely think it's a smart move on the management. Why? Because you got to see it like this. Jaylon Smith had better stats than C.J. Mosley did, and C.J. Mosley had got $18 million a year. So I'm under the assumption that Jaylon Smith's probably going to get way less than C.J. Mosley. So if you get less than C.J. Mosley, you definitely save some money. So it's definitely a good move by the organization. Why? Because they get out in front. They get out in front of this large number that Jaylon Smith was about to hit y'all with. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm amazed to see the Cowboys got the thing done, and which they did get it done. So I'm happy to know that Jaylon Smith is going to be with the Dallas Cowboys a long time. Now, I'm under the impression that this extension is probably going to start after his rookie deal. So that means he'll have one more year on his deal, and then he will, whatever this new deal is, I'm assuming that it'll probably be, I mean, if you ask, they didn't put the numbers out, but I'm just saying, man, Jaylon Smith, man, you have... All I'm going to say is this is a great deal for the Dallas Cowboys. Why? Because Jaylon Smith was about to run that price up next year. He was probably going to be, I already think he's a top 3 linebacker in the NFL. So with being a top 3 linebacker in the NFL, you got to go look at what they're making right now. Look at what C.J. Mosley just got. Look what some other guys just got. Those guys are getting $17, $18 million. So I could definitely see Jaylon Smith easily hitting them over the head for that type of price. Now, do I think this is the best deal for him? I'm going to be honest with you. No, I do not believe that this is the best deal for him. The reason why I don't believe this is the best deal for him is because you got an extension before you actually even got a Pro Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, we all feel that you were a Pro Bowl worthy player, but think about this, Jaylon Smith. Once you get a Pro Bowl and you're negotiating with a Pro Bowl, that's more money. So whatever money they offered you now on an extension, had you would have played this year and got that Pro Bowl or that All-Pro, they would have had to pay you like C.J. Mosley. And not only would they have had to play you like C.J. Mosley, think about this. You're a restricted free agent next year. So that means you're not like a free agent where you can just go out and then somebody can just make a deal on you and you're gone. When you're a restricted free agent, that means that you can go out, get a deal from another team, and then you can bring that deal back to the Dallas Cowboys, and they have to beat that deal in order to keep you. So in essence, you could have got more money from the Dallas Cowboys. So that's why I'm saying from a fan standpoint, this was by far a really good move on the Dallas Cowboys. Why? Because I know for a fact Jaylon Smith was going to run that price up on him because he's worth it. Like every player that we're talking about as far as a contract, they're all worth it. We haven't talked about one player that is not deserving of, or you wanting them to be on your Cowboys for a long period of time. It's just a matter of how long you want them to be a Dallas Cowboy and at what price. Dak Prescott, you want him on your team. Zeke, you want him on your team. Jaylon Smith, you want him on your team. Cooper, you want him on your team. It's just a matter of what price do you want at him. So, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I love the deal from a business standpoint. I absolutely love it from a business standpoint. But I'm going to be honest with you from a scout looking in, a serious Cowboy fan out to uncover truth. I think with I know Jaylon Smith did get top money. I know they didn't give him top money because you got to think like this. They've already been saying to their top players who are top players in the NFL also that they're not going to use these guys. They're not going to allow these guys to change the market. So what I am under the assumption is whatever they offered him, Jaylon Smith was okay with taking it. So if he's okay with taking it, hey, bruh, that's not my fault. You can't look at him saying, hey, he got taken, he didn't get his max money or, because obviously he was okay with it. So if you're okay with letting somebody take advantage of you, hey, I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? So Jerry Jones, you did exactly what you were supposed to. You found someone with great talent and you found a way to get them to bring their value down and sign them. And guess what? That's what you're supposed to do. I mean, that's business. In business, your job is to try to sell it as high as possible. And as a consumer, my job is to try to buy it as low as possible. And we're going to meet in the middle somewhere. And guess what? That's where negotiation is going to come. So, that's kind of my thoughts on it as far as, what happened. But I mean, as it's being announced that the Dallas Cowboys have went ahead and re-signed stud linebacker Jaylon Smith. Matter of fact, what I got over here? No, that ain't Jaylon Smith. I got a Jaylon. Oh, it's up there. I got an autographed jersey up there somewhere that he gave me. But yeah, man, they gave stud linebacker Jaylon Smith a contract extension. That probably also explains when I tried to interview him last week at training camp, he just kind of looked at me crazy. Darian said it could be 2 second-tier linebacker money, and that'd be crazy, man. It ought to be crazy if Jaylon Smith took second-tier linebacker money. He crazy, man. He crazy. He crazy to eat. I'm sorry, he crazy. Because I guarantee you right now, LVE's not going to take LVE's first-round pick. He's not going to take no team-friendly deal. I guarantee you that, right? I guarantee you that right now. You know what I'm saying? So, from a business standpoint, I like it. I like it from a business standpoint. But just looking at how Jerry Jones have been doing deals, if I'm Dak Prescott, if I'm Zeke, if I'm Amari Cooper, I'm looking at this and I'm like, damn. Like, I don't think, and another thing too, if you guys look at the way the money is set up, this money doesn't take from anybody's deal. It doesn't take from anybody's deal because two things should happen. Two things should be happening. Josh says, why are we worried about his money? Because we're Dallas Cowboy fans. That's why. The same reason why you tuned into this show. Don't get on here asking redundant questions because you'll get a redundant answer. Somebody going to get on the show. Why do we care about his money? The same reason why you're watching the show, because you care. You're a Cowboy fan. That's why. But Darren says he's a great locker room and he's part of the Hot Boys. Absolutely. Randy says, why does it matter to anyone that he got? Bottom line, it does matter because it's called a salary cap. Duh. You know what I'm saying? There's people on this show who are kind of hip to how money works. So they understand that Jerry Jones can't just pull money out of his own butt and pay somebody. You got to move, allocate and stuff like that. So I'm going to be honest with you. This in my opinion, doesn't speak anything toward a Zeke deal or a Dak deal or a Amari Cooper deal. What I think this speaks more to is like a Byron Jones deal. I think this kind of does away with what we're going to do with him next year. You know what I'm saying? But even then, if Byron Jones is willing to jump on a contract that's low and cost effective, I'm going to be honest with you, I could actually see them actually signing Byron Jones. You want to know why? Because this is probably the cheapest that you'll ever get Byron Jones. This is the cheapest you will ever get him. Ever. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's why, me personally, I'm not trying to sign Byron Jones, but this is probably the cheapest you're going to get him. But if you haven't known, it has been announced that the Dallas Cowboys did reach an agreement and a contract extension with linebacker Jaylon Smith. It is being considered a contract extension. So what I'm assuming is that it is going to start after next year because he still has 1 year on his deal. Now, something I also want to tell you guys is all that Zeke doesn't need to ask for a contract. He still has, he's getting it early. Well, didn't Zeke and Jaylon Smith get drafted in the same draft? Didn't they get drafted in the same draft? Didn't they get drafted in the same draft? They did. Okay, so what I'm saying is if Jaylon Smith can get his money, so I don't want to hear nothing else about people getting money early because guess what? Jaylon Smith wasn't even asking for the money. Jaylon Smith never put it in the industry that he wanted the money or any of that. He never said that. And to be honest with you, back in May, he had actually spoke to Mike Fisher and he said, hey, the Cowboys have offered me an extension. I might sign it earlier. That's what he said on May 2nd. You know what I'm saying? So I think the Dallas Cowboys, honestly, have probably been in negotiation with all four of these guys. I think this was the whole plan, all together. You know what I'm saying? I think because he said back in May that he was considering signing an extension that they had offered him. So if that's the case, that means they had to have been already in negotiation with him. Man, it's goddamn August now. You know what I'm saying? So that lets me know that the Cowboys were already thinking about doing Jaylon Smith. They were already thinking about it. They were already in the process of thinking about it. When they offered Dak Prescott, they already had Jalen in the back of their mind. When they offered Dak, they already had him in the back of their mind. When they offered him Zeke, they already had him in the back of their mind. You know what I'm saying? And it makes sense. Why? Because if you're looking at somebody right now who could run you through the roof, it's Jaylon Smith. Why? Because we are considering what he has done already, and he hasn't even gotten no accolades for it. He ain't got no defensive player of the year. He ain't got no Pro Bowl. He ain't got no second team All-Pro. He ain't got none of that. So imagine what that number is going to be if he gets that next year. And I definitely believe he will. He should have got it this year. You know what I'm saying? So he definitely going to get it next year. And I'm going to tell you guys what it also does is it helps you keep your linebacking core. You want to know why? Because LVE going to run you through the roof too. But he not ready for another 2 years. Well, technically because he's a first-round pick. So technically, 2 first-round picks, just like Ezekiel Elliott, can start negotiation after their 3rd year. So with that, be ready because LVE's going to run you up. And I mean, he don't seem like he coming from the culture. It ain't going to be too much what they can use to try to devalue him too much. Let's go to Patrick Williams says Zeke is being selfish too early considering his off-season trouble. Patrick, I need you to take your right hand. I need you to slap yourself. After you slap yourself, I need you to watch my show more often. First off, Ezekiel Elliott is not getting his contract earlier. He's getting his contract at the 3rd year. The contract, the CBA, which is the collective bargaining agreement, it has a statement in there that says that first-round picks are able to negotiate after their 3rd year. That's why Carson Wentz was able to get an extension. Okay? Okay. Now that we got that. Okay. Zeke is not the only one. And remember, Carson Wentz got drafted in 2016 too. He's a first-round pick. That means technically he should have waited until next year, but he didn't. They paid him this year. You want to know why? Because that's legal under the CBA. Just because you don't agree with it doesn't mean it's not legal. It's legal, and they are doing it. Lance says, absolutely true. Hey, man, y'all know I ain't trying to be rude to nobody, man. We just real straight and to the point over here at Dallas Cowboys Scouting, man. And hey, I believe that's why you guys watch and support, man. Steve says, Josh says, Susan says, we care about all the negotiation taken. We care about all the negotiation. You goddamn right. Hey, everybody go like Susan's comment. God dang it, I'm about to like Susan's comment right here in front of y'all. Susan says we care about all of the negotiations taking place. You want to know why? Because we are Cowboy fans. We are just not Cowboy bi-seasonal fans. Means we're fans in the season. You're fans in the off season. And guess what? When they're not playing, guess where the game is? In the office room. That's where they're playing. So just like we watch film in the regular season and find out what's going on with these plays, we watch film in the regular season, in these interviews, in these tea leaves, and we find out what the hell is going on with our team that's going to directly affect them in the regular season. You know what I'm saying? Now, my thing is this, too. The Dallas Cowboys have been lying to the media, talking about we ain't got the money. We ain't got the money. We ain't got the money. So let me tell you what the Cowboys have done all in this season alone. They tried to sign Earl Thomas, who was the 5th ranked best. He was the number 1 safety in free agency. Well, Landon Collins, in my opinion, was. But Earl Thomas was the number 1 free agent safety. They went after him with about $12 to $15 million. Okay. Then they signed D-Law to $22 million. Okay. Then you just signed Jaylon Smith to whatever he just signed to. Okay. Then you submitted contracts to Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott, and Cooper. How do you have all this money to do this if you telling folks you don't have the money? How do you have them? It sure look like they sure doing a whole lot with the money for a team that's telling folks they ain't got no money, right? It's like for my folks that didn't live in the hood, you know how it is when you go to the store and you be like, oh, mom, I'm going to the store with you. She be like, all right, come on, don't ask for nothing. You get in the store and she start buying something. You like, put this in the bag. No, I ain't got no money for that. You be like, why you ain't got no money for that? You got money for all that other stuff, but you ain't got no money for this. Same story. Isn't it crazy how they have money to do the stuff that they want to do? Let's see. Kiwi says, love the move, going to get me a Jaylon Smith jersey. Kiwi, you should have been had you a Jaylon Smith jersey, man. He been eating, but I'm just playing with you, man. But if you need one, holla at your boy. I got him, West Coast. Anthony says, what's your best guess as to when Zeke gets done? Week 1? I'm going to be honest with you guys. In my hearts of hearts, as a card-carrying Dallas Cowboy fan, I'm thinking, honestly, like, I don't know. I'm really, really hoping that it's week 1, but I think this game, and it's sad to say it, but I think this preseason game that comes up, this third preseason game might be a deciding factor. You know what I'm saying? Because it kind of seemed like a little that arrogance was gone with the Dallas Cowboys, and then Jerry Jones dropped that dumb comment talking about Zeke who, and it just seems like it just kind of went backwards. I mean, I know people said that there was nothing in Zeke coming to Dallas, but there has to be something with him going to Cabo, because my thing is this: what is it in Cabo? What is it in Dallas that he needs to fly all the way home for a day and a half to fly all the way back to Mexico? You know what I'm saying? And not only does, and that's another thing about Zeke's agent, like they purposely, y'all know they purposely put him on regular jets, because if they wanted to do all this stuff secretly, he could just charter a jet from Cabo to the Dallas. That's it. Like, it's not a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? To take a private jet, and we will have never even seen Zeke. Never. We would have never seen him. We would have never even known that he was in. Some people, my boy at DC Nation, he said maybe they. What's up with you, Manda? I see you. He says maybe Zeke came to Dallas to get his hair done. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. But why didn't he just get on a PJ? Like, why didn't he just get why didn't he get on a private jet and just go out there to Dallas, handle his business, come back home, and we would have never even seen him. There's a reason why he got on a regular jet. There's a reason why he let that woman, like, think about this. Ezekiel Elliott is a guy who has guys running at him at every given time trying to tackle him. You guys don't think he didn't notice that lady standing beside like this and her friend taking a picture over there? Like, you think he didn't notice that? I think he did notice that. I think he noticed it. Just like I think he noticed it when he was in Frisco having breakfast the morning after they came to Dallas, and he was just sitting there with his two attorneys and his agent. I think he noticed that too. You know what I'm saying? I think that was kind of the purpose of it too. But yeah, I think that Zeke is definitely dug in for what he's doing. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like, when the water's getting muddy, that's when you start getting people's feelings involved. And when people's feelings involved, it ain't just business. So it's like, I can't even really put a timetable on it, because it ain't business no more. It's so damn personal. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's so personal now, I think, between Zeke and Jerry Jones, that it makes it hard to put a timetable on it, because it's not business anymore. Like, Zeke could have easily been like, man, I want $500,000 more. That's who I am now. Because I know this, man. If you walk up to Jasmine Jamerson and you ask her who West Coast is, and she say West Coast who, yeah, we officially have marital problems. I just don't know about it, but we officially got marital problems. You know what I'm saying? So I need to talk to her. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. I don't see how that helps. So I would like to know. I would like to think after this next week, man. I mean, think like this: if Zeke would have been in training camp right now, he wouldn't even be playing until this upcoming week anay. So you wouldn't have seen him in any preseason game. Yeah, you would have seen him at practice, but if you were a superstar in the NFL and you don't play quarterback, you don't do much at practice. I'm gonna just tell you that right now. And if you've been at training camp, you can vouch for me. Like, if you were a superstar, established dude at this team and in this NFL, and you're not a quarterback, meaning you have to throw the ball every play or every down or every practice, you're not really doing much. Like, they weren't running back and forth and a bunch of that, but you're not really doing much. You know what I'm saying? You're doing a lot of conditioning and a lot of this and a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? But, that's just kind of my take on it. So I don't think we're actually missing anything with Zeke, man. The only thing that scares me with this whole Zeke and Jerry thing is the after effect. You know what I'm saying? The aftertaste. Will this have aftertaste effect after he signs this contract? Because he will sign a contract. He will get signed at some point. You know what I'm saying? So what will be the aftertaste of all this? You know what I'm saying? Is his relationship with the Cowboys still going to be well? Is his relationship with Jerry Jones still going to be well? Is Zeke going to be able to put all this behind him and still go out there and play? I believe he will, man, because I think what's worse is the goddamn, what was worse, in my opinion, was the dang 2017, the whole domestic violence. Because think about this, 2017, he didn't have no control over that. He couldn't just be like, okay, I give in, F it, let's just go to work. He couldn't do that. That was something out of his control. And he came back from Seattle and he was ready to grow. You know what I'm saying? This is something that it's technically in his control. He could easily just pick up the phone and be like, all right, Jerry, whatever last number you gave me, I'll take it. And be at practice the next day. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think that this situation will be easier for him to acclimate himself and get better than the domestic violence. And I'm gonna just be honest with you, fighting for your money and fighting for your life, that's two different fights. You know what I'm saying? 2017, that boy was fighting for his life. You know what I'm saying? So when you fighting for your life, you hella desperate. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely feel that when Zeke comes back, he's gonna be ready, man. I think he's gonna be ready. His agent will lose so much credibility if he lets his client come back and he's not in shape, ready to play. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you guys, Jerry Jones is also trusting that this agent that he's talking to, that his client is ready to go. He's not talking about a client that needs 3 or 4 weeks to get, no, he's talking about, are you going to be ready for week 1? You know what I'm saying? So that trust is between Jerry and his agent. So his agent's going to then relay that to Zeke. Like, yo, these guys give you this money. You have to be ready. You have to be performing. And you have to be ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, in my opinion, in my scouting opinion, I definitely believe that he's going to be ready, man. I think he's going to be ready. I don't think he's going to miss any game checks because that's what's most important. $40,000 is not a game check. Zeke is supposed to make $6 million this year. He's supposed to make $7 million next year. Take 6 divided by 16. However that is, that's how much he make a game. How much is that? How much is that a game? $6.5 million divided by 16. Somebody throw the number in the comment box. You know what I'm saying? But that's all. And think about this. That money that's taking out your check. So that ain't no. Oh, we can probably pay you back if we want to. Like these fines that he's losing. If he get a new contract, they can just give him all that money back in a signing bonus. Them game checks, bro, you ain't getting that back. Ask Le'Veon Bell. He lost $14 million and he will never get it back. Never. Never. No matter how much that contract with the Jets is, you will never get that $14 million back ever. You know what I'm saying? So with that, them game checks is awfully bigger than $40,000 for Zeke. So I want to believe that he will be back, man. I want to believe that he will be back. Okay. All right, let me take I need this charger real quick. All right. My boy Nathan P. Loco, how you doing today, big dog? I know you had a tragedy in your life, man. This is all football trivial stuff. This stuff ain't life or death. None of this stuff is life or death. But I know you had a life or death situation out there. We prayed for you yesterday, man. I just want to let you know you're still in our prayers, brother. But guess what? Now that we prayed about it, we don't pray about it no more. Now we just believe in God and trust his faith that he's going to do what we pray for. So I salute you, bro. And I'm in that shit with you, brother. Salute you, bro. All right, Amanda, Jacob. What up with you, Producer G? Producer G. What up with your G in the house, man? What up with your West Coast? Joe Tranchino, I see you, man. New Way Plumbing, I appreciate you. D says about $375,000 per game. That's a lot of money. That's way a lot of money. That's way more money than $40,000. Zeke, he says Zeke is making $3.8 million this year, but you got to remember, brother, he has a signing bonus that was divided over his 4 years of his contract. So he has a $3.8 million roster bonus, but he has about $3 million in signing bonus that he'll also get too, which is going to be about $6.8 million total. What's up, Miss? Tasha, what's up with you? Says, hey, West Coast from Oklahoma City. What's up with you, Miss Tasha? I want to know, is y'all gonna keep CP3 or what up? Brandon, what's up with you? Says Brandon's watching. I see you, Brandon. Let's see what some other people are talking about in the comments. Possibly. Patrick says, hey, money makes everybody okay. He gets paid and will forget all about this. I mean, that's what I'm hoping. That's definitely what I'm hoping. Hold on, my boy. Working on the confirmation number. Jaylon Smith's contract should not become close to setting the market at linebacker. In fact, I would put him as ballpark at 8th highest paid at his position. Oh, my God. Hey, shout out to my boy BJ over there at, is it Star? It's not, let me make sure I say his page right. Because my boy has a great page over there. BJ, what's the name of your page? Throw it in there so I can give you a shout out real quick. Let me see if I can find it before you can hear my, here we go. It's called Star Game. So my boy BJ over at Star Game, he just sent this to my comment box right now. And this is what he said. My boy BJ over at Star, he sent my boy BJ over at Star Game. He says, working to confirm. This is from Mike Leslie. He says, working to confirm the number, but if what I'm hearing is accurate, Jaylon Smith's contract will not come close to setting the market at linebacker. In fact, it will put him in the ballpark of 8th highest paid at his position. I mean, my thing is this. If Jaylon, if you're okay with taking it, I'm okay with you accepting it. If you like it, I love it. That's all I'm going to say. But I do believe that you could have got more money, because I know for a fact that you are not the 8th best linebacker in the NFL. I know you're better than the 8th linebacker, but I know that. I mean, let's see. I'm curious. Let's see top paid linebackers. Let's see. Linebacker pay. NFL linebackers. Let's see. Let's see. So you have number one. Well, you have number one. You have number one at Khalil Mack at $23 million. We know he ain't getting that. Khalil Mack, I don't like when Khalil Mack and Von Miller, in my opinion, are more like edge rushers than linebackers, but whatever. Von Miller is at $19 million because they get sacks like defensive ends. That's why. Bobby Wagner's at $18 million. CJ Mosley's at $17. Devarius Smith is at 16.5. Jadeveon Clowney's at, with the franchise tag right now, he's at 15.9. Deion Jones is at 14.25. And Anthony Barr is at 13.5 million. Keon Alexander's at 13.5, and Preston Smith is at 13 million. So if you put him at the 8 million mark, that means you're going to put, if you put Byron Jones, look at this. Think about this. I almost think I think they might have paid freaking Jaylon Smith about $14 million. Well, he could have got 13 because, Anthony Barr and Keon Alexander are both at $13.5 million. And if Mike Leslie is correct in his assumption, he's saying that he's going to be around the 8th highest paid linebacker. So we could say about 13.5, 13.6. I don't know. I'm sorry, man. If I was him, I would have waited. You know what I'm saying? It's not about being loyal. Like, what are you talking about? Loyalty has nothing to do with being business. Like, is Jerry Jones loyal to the players that he cut? Was he loyal to Des Bryant? Was he loyal to Allen Hurns? Like, loyalty, like all y'all folks that be saying that loyalty stuff, just stop it. Like, loyalty has nothing to do with business. These guys are not going through all these. He did not go through all that adversity and go through all that so that he could be loyal. That's not what it works to. An organization should pay you for what you're worth from what you've done on the field. Like, that is loyalty, that is nothing that you can equate in a bottle. And if that's the case, hasn't Dak been pretty damn loyal? Like, hasn't your quarterback been pretty loyal? Like, he is playing on a 1-year deal for what, $800,000 with his league incentives. It'll be like $2 million, and that's the quarterback of your team. Hasn't he been pretty loyal? Like, don't you think that Dak's been pretty loyal? But he ain't got paid. He ain't got paid at all. Dak is at practice every day, too. And think about this. Dak was a 4th-round pick. Jaylon Smith is a 2nd-round pick. That means Jaylon Smith already has more money than Dak. Like, when does Jerry Jones be loyal come on, man. It's whatever. He said, my boy Curtis says Dak has been the most loyal. He has, man. And guess where nice guys finish? My boy Troy A says it should be royalty over loyalty. It should be, because you're on a contract, man. It's not a promise. Nicole says straight facts. I appreciate you, Miss Nicole. Matthew says a smart player like Brady will take less to have better team, win Super Bowls, and make more money in the long run because of it. No, that's absolutely false. The reason why Tom Brady takes less money is because he's 41. The New England Patriots and Bill Belichick wanted to move on from Tom Brady in 2016, but guess what? They had Robert Kraft said no and made them trade away Jimmy Garoppolo. He takes less money, and guess what? He makes way more money than everybody else on these platforms. And not even to mention, he has one of the highest paid models in the game. Like players like, and then think about this. The Patriots, who are they paying? Who on the Patriot is the highest paid person at any position? Nobody. They're playing guys league average. The reason why Tom Brady takes less money is because he wants to continue to play. He doesn't want to be replaced. Like, let's just be real. Like Tom Brady, that's not the cure for it. And then think about this. Tom Brady's on like his 5th contract. Tom Brady did not take less money on his first contract with the New England Patriots. No, he did not. You can Google that yourself. Tom Brady did not. He takes less money now as a 40-year-old man who already has $400 million in his bank account. Tom Brady's at the point where he is playing because he wants to play, not because he needs the money. Those guys take less money for a reason. And if you say he's building money so he can mail the team, who are they playing with the money? Like who? They not paying nobody with that money. Tom Brady takes that money so that he can stay in the league. David says Dak has been loyal, no doubt. Jerry needs to pay him. Jaylon is different because his appearance to be Jaylon showing love by taking a smaller contract. And guess what, David? You know what they're going to do? They're going to take that small fact and they're going to spear that with the fans. And they're going to hold Jaylon Smith up as the pinnacle of loyalty. Which, guess what? I'm not knocking him for it because guess what? A man got paid for his talents. Like, I'm not knocking him for that. Like, I'm not knocking him for that at all. I'm knocking him for allowing the Dallas Cowboys to kind of like, man, like, bro, you should have waited till next year, man. You wait till next year, you get that Pro Bowl, bro. The price is going to be ridiculous. Ridiculous. All right. Fit right, my boy. Richard says, was that amount in your amount? They haven't released it yet. Bubba says, and his wife gets money, bro. Absolutely. Think about this. Dak Prescott, they asked Dak Prescott about, would you take a Tom Brady? Absolutely not. That's exactly what Dak said. No, I will not. Why? Because, bro, this is my first contract. This is my first contract. Why would I take a friendly deal on a first contract? That doesn't make no sense. Well, he don't take a pay cut because he's not. A pay cut is when you have the money, like $10 million, and then they take the money from you. He just takes low deals. Like the last deal he was on, he was making like $15 million. I think now he's going to be making like 30 something, which is still below the value at what he does for his team. All right, let's see. My boy Michael says, he says, I love my Cowboys, but loyalty over only goes one way with this organization. That's fact. Tom didn't take a discount his first contract. He did not. Aaron says, just here to say, how about them Cowboys? How about them Cowboys? Joe says, I think Jaylon took less money because Jerry took a risk on him, and now he's paying Jerry back. Well, if he did that, he should slap himself because Jerry Jones didn't take a risk on him. Like, there would have been 30 other teams in the NFL that would have taken a risk on him. Like, we need to stop with this woe is me mentality. That's the mentality that men tell women before they leave them, and they be like, you'll never find anybody as good as you. Well, guess what, girl? Go try. Go at least try. Like, hell, you mean you gonna stay with him while he telling you, you'll never find nobody as good as me? Well, you know what? I'm gonna at least go try. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jaylon Smith, what are you talking about? He took a chance on you. No, bro, you bet on yourself. You bet on yourself. Like, there would have been millions of teams, 2 other teams that would have took an opportunity in that draft. It was actually reported that the Patriots were going to take you in the second round. So I don't like the whole, like, people, since Jerry Jones did this for you, you have to pay him back by taking less money. Does Jerry Jones do me favors? Does Jerry Jones ever did you a favor? So then we can all agree that he only does favors for people that are going to what? Give him favors back, or what? He has invested interest in. He's not out here just giving favors because he likes the dude. He gave him a favor. He looked him up because he wanted him to play on his team. Like, come on, man. Like, that doesn't make any sense. I should take less money because you knew my situation before you got me. No, that's not how it works. Like, I took a chance on myself just as much as you took a chance on me. And guess what? That's also under the assumption of thinking that nobody else was going to draft him. And that's not true. Like, they still had Jaylon Smith, a third-round pick at worst. So somebody was going to take you. So that's why I don't believe that, like they said, they try to say that same thing with Zeke. Oh, Zeke should take less money because Jerry Jones had his back. Okay, so what? That's Jerry Jones' job. It's your job, bruh. You wanted me on the field too, right? Okay, then. I think go look what Kraft said about Tom Brady. When Tom Brady was getting suspended, he had his back. That's what they kind of do. That's what you kind of do for your best players. You kind of have them back. Jerry Jones is a good guy, though, because remember, he had Josh Brent's back, too. Remember Josh Brent? He, unfortunately, he was in a car accident with one of his best friends who was on the team, a player who was on the team. And guess what? They crashed and killed him, DUI. And guess who paid for those legal fees? Jerry Jones. So guess what? Jerry Jones looks out for his players. I mean, in that aspect, he looks out for them. Like, he's still helping He's still helping Randy Gregory to this day. So yeah, so I can't, and none of those guys are up for contract, so you can't use that against them. Oh my God, Paris. My boy Paris. Oh my God, Paris. Comment of the freaking day. So everybody go like Paris's comment. Paris said, have his back by just paying him. Fact, right? Darian, you're absolutely right. Brent is also back on the staff right now. Brent has a job with the Dallas Cowboys. So that's what I'm saying. Jerry Jones is a nice guy when it comes to that. So he's helped all his players. He helps all his players. All of them. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see that as a leg up on competition. I don't see that as a leg up in negotiation. And I'm going to be honest with you. If Jerry Jones would have came to Zeke and would have been like, yo, if I help you, that means you want to take less money on a contract. You know what Zeke would have said? I'm straight. Don't help me. That's what Zeke would have said. You have to give Zeke that option. You can't just take your car to the mechanic and pay for brakes and then they put a whole new bumper and wheel ax on there and they want to charge you for it. That's not how it works. No, I'm going to pay for what I came to get. David says Jerry Jones also took care of Pac-Man after he wasn't even a Cowboy. Absolutely. That's why I denounce and I go hard on anybody that try to say that Jerry Jones is a racist, because his actions 100% show that he's not. Nathaniel, how you doing? Oh my God. Oh. Hey, that's why I love my shows, because y'all be putting me up on stuff that I be like, wow, that's a banger. My boy Waleed says KC didn't even have Hill or Hunt's back. You damn right they didn't. So these teams only got two. They ain't got to. Jerry Jones chose to. Why? Because it was mutually beneficial to do it. That's why. What's up, Tony? What up, Gregory? What up with you, Rudy? Rudy said, what it do, DC family? What's up with you, man? James says they got money to pay everybody. Money is not the problem. Jones family making folks believe they don't have the money, have to pay players worth. Has nothing to do with the love of the team, because everybody else on the team is going to want their money as well. They all have their own families they have to take care of. This is business, not personal. Absolutely. And that's why I be saying, like, why can't we just keep it business? And have you guys noticed, did you guys notice the different negotiation with Jaylon Smith versus Dak Prescott, Amari Cooper, and Ezekiel Elliott? Like, they never really devalued Jaylon Smith. You want to know why? Because he's a really freaking good guy coming off of an injury, and you would look like a total dick if you did. That's what I believe. Like, they devalued Dak, they devalued Zeke, they even threw a little shade at Cooper. But you can't. What are you going to say about the guy whose story that you used to sell jerseys? There's nothing you can say about it. So guess how they handled their deal? Jaylon Smith's deal. You didn't even really know he was getting a deal until they announced it. That's how it should have been with Zeke. That's how it should have been with Dak, and that's how it should be with Cooper. We shouldn't even hear anything. We should just. Oh, we're having a press conference. Someone's getting a contract. What? Who's getting a contract? Oh, Zeke is. Oh, that's what's up. That's how it should have happened. And that's how these contracts should. But that lets you know right there that they know how to handle business in quiet, And then they know how to handle business in the public. Carlos says, I think Jaylon Smith was a door to Zeke deal, free up more money. Not necessarily, because Jaylon Smith was already on the lowest contract that he could have been on because he was on a second-year deal. So there's no contract that Jerry could have put him on to make that hit lower than what it was already at. Chrissy said, what's up? Susan says, you need a nap, West Coast. I know, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I apologize, man. I've been up early than a mug. I apologize. That was hella rude, man. And unprofessional. So I apologize. Stop doing that. You're yawning, man. She like, man, I come here to hear you talk, not yawn. Get back to work, brother. Okay, I'm back to work. I'm on it. Fred says Zeke will get his money sooner or later. I believe so, too. Raymond says when they hate on Dak, they always say bring back Romo. I mean, I don't think people say bring back Romo now after 3 years. Like, I don't even say bring back Romo. I mean, there is no bringing back Romo. Like, Tony Romo is in the exact same boat as Colin Kaepernick. You can't come back, bruh. Well, Romo's only at 2. So maybe Romo might come back one more. He might be able to, because Romo retired in 2017. But yeah, 3 years out of the NFL, bruh, no, I'm cool. I don't care who you are. I said it yesterday, Dez, if you don't get back in the league by next year, I love you. I will always wear your shirts, but I will not be advocating for you to come back to the Dallas Cowboys. I won't do it. Why? Because a receiver outside of football for 2 years, man, I'm cool. J-Dub, what up with you, J-Dub? J-Dub says West Coast has crossed anybody's mind that they all are paid publicly stunt to sell jerseys. He's not paying any preseason anyway. Fact. I'm going to like your comment, too. I'm going to give you one. I'm going to give you a like. I might even give you a heart. Can I heart it? I'm going to give you a heart. There you go. If you let me do it, there you go. How do I feel about bringing in Romo as a coach? How do you feel about bringing your ex in to help your current or your possible new wife learn how to cook or teach you all the stuff that you like? I'm just saying, I'm not bringing my ex in to help my wife learn how to cook nothing. If she can't figure it out by Google, we ain't gonna eat it. You know what I'm saying? No, you don't bring in your ex. You're not gonna bring Tony Romo in to coach. No. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. Tony Romo lost his job, his starting position, because of Dak. Why would he want to come coach him? Like, people be thinking that Tony Romo is just like this superhero Marvel character, Captain America. I can look and do all right, even in the face of tyranny, and people are not doing me right. Captain America. No, people are human. People remember. People be like, no, that's the same dude that you didn't want me to start over. No, absolutely not. No, I do not think it would be a good marriage. I don't. I don't think it would be a good marriage at all. Not for the Dallas Cowboys. Hey, man, I know. My bad, man. Hey, I'm getting there, though. Oh, I think he was talking about my comment when I said about my ex. Yeah, I'm just saying, man, like, you know what I mean? I've been married too long to even think about anything good. My ex cooked good, but I'm just saying there's nothing that I would let her, no, we'll just figure it out. If we can't figure it out on Google, we ain't going to eat it then. But yeah, man, no. We don't need Tony Romo. That's just too much. We would be a total circus show. Like, do you guys know we would be the laughing stock of the NFL? I mean, even if it work or not work, they would like, we can't do that. We can't. And I don't even think Tony Romo wanted, like, why would Tony Romo want to leave a job making $10 million? You think Jerry Jones is going to give him that type of money? Like, Jason Garrett makes $6 right now. Y'all will hit fire. Tony Romo, he ain't going to get that type of money coaching. And he do less. You got to do a whole lot. I remember when I talked to Travis Frederick last year at Cowboys Experience, shout out Cowboys Experience. I'm like, yo, Travis, I see you out there coaching, man. You think coaching be something that you would like to do, like in your next life? He's like, absolutely not. I'm like, well, I was actually surprised. I thought he was going to give me something like, yeah, I love talking to the guys. He's like, no, he's like, I actually have the best of both worlds right now where I get to, go out there and be with the guys, and then I get to go home as soon as it's over. He's like, these guys put in way too much work, way too much time at the office. You know what I'm saying? So, that's kind of my thought on that. Cortez, it says Edmund, exactly, no bad seats. He will be in mouth open and amazed. I think he's talking about the stadium. Also, if you guys need stadium, remember two things. If you guys need jerseys, I got you. I do custom jerseys. These are my jerseys I did for the hard hitters. They like 3-digit numbers. You already know I'm a hard hitter, Mr. 311. These are some jerseys I did for them. Like I could do 3-digit numbers, customs, all types of stuff. $80. Ship it out to you all day. But yeah, if you guys need some custom jerseys, let me know. I got you. I did a bunch of orders and stuff. If you need regular jerseys, I got regular jerseys are $65, but I got you. Also, I have about 10 Miller Lite passes for the Giants game, and I have 10 for the Miami game, and I have 10 for the Green Bay. First 3 games, I got 10 passes for each. I got 10 Miller Lite passes. I am not going to tell you how much they are because you can't say that over here. We ain't selling. But I got 10 passes. If you want to inbox me, I will definitely let you know how much they are, and I will definitely get those out to you. So you can get your remember the Miller Lite zone. If you've ever seen me at a game, that's where I watch the game. That's where that's where I made the video after the Seattle game when D-Law walked up to me and I was punching him in his chest. I was all excited like, you was a beast. I was like, you was a beast. You was a dog. You was an animal. I don't know. My mom said if you're going to meet somebody one time in your life, say something nice. And I always take advantage of that. If you only get to meet somebody one time, say something nice. So I was punching him. You a dog, D-Law. You an animal, D-Law. You about to eat these dudes alive in LA. He was just eating it all up, man. That's when I knew D-Law is the truth. The biggest size I go on the jerseys is 8X. It's 8X. That's the biggest size. Hey, look at my boy Mike. My boy Mike had already threw it in the comments. Yeah, my biggest size is 8X. I got you. 8X. I got you. I'm in California, too. Yeah, I'm never moving to Texas because then I won't be West Coast Cowboy. The whole name change, man. It messes everything up. I know. Maria says, I would love to see Sean Lee be a linebacker coach. I would, too. Rudy says, hell yeah. Let's see how long we've been on here. Dominic says, I've been in the draft lounge. Okay, then what's up? You already know what. Hey, you already know them secret areas in the stadium that you can't go to. Absolutely. I can get you in there too. Don't trip. Michael says, would you pay Jones top money or would you go after a back in the draft? We don't have enough for everybody. You talking about Byron Jones or corner? Me personally, I'm not paying Byron Jones. I'm not paying Byron Jones. I love Byron Jones. I love his enthusiasm. I love him as a player, but I'm not paying Byron Jones. I feel that I could find a guy who can cover just as well as he can. That's what I believe. That's what I'm the assumption. And then also, I love his coverage, but I want a guy who would get some damn interceptions. You know what I'm saying? What if ain't too much stuff that I didn't like that Donald Trump did say that I thought was funny as hell and I like. But one thing that he did say that I ain't gonna give a damn, you can get mad at me or not, but I thought this was gangster. What he was saying about the POWs when he said he like war heroes that don't get caught, I was like, that is gangster. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, you know what I'm saying? When he said that, I was like, dang, like you just don't say that about nobody. But I ain't gonna lie, man. I like war heroes that don't get hurt. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I'm my bad for feeling that way, but there's some stuff I said that I like we agree with. My boy Courtney says Predator Jaylon Smith, my mother loving man. Lock him up, baby. You already know. There was talks that Osweiler could be the closest to a backup we could use. Blank eyes is available. Hey, I could see it too. Remember, that's a guy that they liked. Also, I also have reports that my boy Trevon Christensen, number 5 from North Dakota, finally is going to get the move up to quarterback 3. And from what I heard, it sounded like today at practice, he got a run with the third team offense. I'm uber excited about that. You guys already know I was one of the first bloggers that went out there to training plant and reported on this kid. I watched him in a passing. It was a passing game. It was Dak. It was my boy TC. It was Cooper Rush, and it was Mike White. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, TC killed him. He killed him. Like, as far as just putting the ball in the circle, if they have a play in the NFL that just requires you to just drop back and throw a ball at a circle and put it in a circle, TC's killing on that. because he killed him on that. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good because they weren't throwing actual targets. But I would still love to see him get an opportunity. I hate guys going to practice and just sitting there and not practicing. I don't like that. I don't like that. If you're going to bring a guy on this team, let the dude practice. They did the same thing to freaking Rico Gathers. You know what I'm saying? Rico Gathers didn't even practice. They didn't even let him practice. So it's how are you saying someone sucks? How are you saying evaluating someone if they're not even playing? I don't get that. You're evaluating how he's standing there. It's funny. You can evaluate Rico Gathers and say that he sucks and he's not playing, but you can evaluate Noah Brown and he's not playing and saying that he's the 5th best receiver on this team. That's weird to me. Mario says, this shows me that what kind of dude Jaylon Smith is. Jerry Jones did not take no risk. Stop it, man. Knock it off, man. This is a business. Stop it, man. Why you think he drafted him in the 2nd round? Because he had to. Because there were other teams that were going to draft him. Jaylon Smith was a person that was going to get drafted. He was not going to get drafted possibly in the 1st round, obviously. But there were other teams interested in drafting him. So let's stop with all this. Jerry Jones, the holy as thou, took a chance on him. He came down from his holy scepter and said, I'm going to bestow a chance on him. Well, come on, man. Knock it off. Rico probably didn't know what the hell. Anthony, that's another Anthony, I'm going to need you to watch my shows more, bro. I'm not about to go in all that. I'm not about to make you famous on my show, but I am going to tell you, I need you to watch more of these shows because I feel like you're bringing in a lot of outside stuff that you hear from the outside media. If Rico didn't know what the hell he was doing, why in the hell was he in on almost every play that was a blocking scheme last year? Everything. And then in the Rams game, on that last drive, Rico Gathers is out there blocking. I don't get it. If he's not good at what he's doing, why is he out there on the most important play of our season? I don't get that. Nick says, I'm going to take one more and then I'm going to get up out of here. My boy Dwayne said Rico is getting a chance to shine now. You're definitely right, he is. Corey, they did not take a chance on him. Most of your friends said that he wasn't going to play against. The New England Patriots had already put it in the media that they were looking at Jaylon Smith and that other teams were looking at him. So no, they didn't take they take a chance on every single person you draft. Because guess what? Do y'all remember Bobby Carpenter? We took a chance on him. It's called drafting. You don't know what you're going to get until they actually play. But taking a chance on someone, no. But Jaylon Smith had that surgery in Dallas before Jerry Jones drafted him. He didn't draft him and then have the surgery. No. He got drafted. He had the surgery, got evaluated, then got drafted. And there were other teams involved. The only difference is you guys got to remember, we had the 4th pick in the 2nd round. So obviously, no team is going to draft a player who's hurt in the 1st round, but we had the 4th pick in the 2nd round. Remember, we had the 4th pick in the 1st round. That's how we got Zeke. So how do you take a chance on someone by drafting him 4th overall in the 2nd round? That's like pick 38. That's a money day pick. Jaylon Smith was that dude. He was that dude in college. He would have been a top 3 pick had he would have not got hurt. So I don't want to hear all this, the Jerry Jones, they took a chance on him. He was just laying in the mud and his leg was just there. And Jerry Jones came by and he picked him up and he touched him and he said, no, stop it. That's not what happened. Jerry Jones saw an opportunity to come up and he did. And I love it. But at the same time, I don't feel that you should be able to use that to make him take less money. I don't feel that. Because if that's the case, every draft pick can say that. Well, you took a chance on me. You took a chance on me. What are you talking about, taking a chance? If you took a chance on me and I panned it out, shouldn't you pay me? Can I ask you a question? If your job hired you and they didn't really want to hire you, and you found out they didn't really want to hire you, but they hired you and you did a good job, wouldn't you feel like, yeah, they should pay me? Why? Because I've been doing my job. So are we not paying people because of what they do? We're now paying them according to their loyalty. So that's what I'm saying, y'all. We trying to get back to football. Like, we're the only organization that's having these type of conversations. We trying to get back to playing football. People who suck don't get paid. People who are okay, they sometimes get paid. People who are good, they get paid, but you may have to wait. If you really, really good and best in the league, you get paid. That's how it works. That's the scale. That's how it works at your job. That's how it works at your job. If you suck, you're not getting paid. You're probably going to get fired. And guess what? If you suck, you better be on time to work every single day. Because if you ain't, they going to fire your blank, blank, blank. You know what I'm talking about? As you get better and longer in that company, you get what? A little bit more leverage, a little more things. You know what I'm saying? Texas 30. Hey, Ricardi, what you talking about? He says Texas Live 37 bar 9 restaurants walking distance to Jerry's World. Oh yeah, and I ain't gonna lie, at Texas Live, oh my God, they got there's a restaurant. I need to get sponsored by them because they're good. I just need to get sponsored by them so I can say their name in my show all the time. What's this? Lockhart's. Oh my God, that is some damn good food. Woo! That is some good food. Lockhart's Barbecue, that is some good food. If you ain't tried that, you need to try it. Lockhart's Barbecue, that is some good food. Tisha says, I can't wait to get back to Texas Live. You damn right. I can't wait to get back to football. I just want to get back to football. Let's see what we are talking about. His bro was on the team too. Inside info. The second round is our value. Lee, Jaylon Smith, Carter, B. Gregory. Absolutely good point. Jaylon Smith fell to us. It was a no-brainer, and their doctors had already took a look at the knee, about his knee. Exactly, man. So that's what I'm saying. Like, Jerry Jones didn't just magically say, I want this guy. No, man. They had ridiculous amount of information. Think about this. Jerry Jones's doctor is the one who did the surgery. So don't you think, I mean, legally they're not supposed to because of HIPAA laws? I know I said that wrong, but all my nurses on there correct me. But because of HIPAA laws, Jerry Jones is not supposed to know. But I'm pretty sure he knew. That's probably why he drafted him. Because he knew. Because his doctor did the surgery. Jerry Jones is like, hey, come on, man. It's not insider trading. My guy did the surgery. Lockhart's Barbecue, best in Texas. Man, fire. I'm going to read this last comment that I'm out of here. James says there's always risk, rather healthy or not. That is not an excuse. We could got a healthy player. They go down sometimes. Smith deserved his worth. Absolutely. Fact. Man, Chris, James, you was banging today. I appreciate you, James. Jay, you was banging in there today too. Hey, my boy Jay, he work at training camp. What's up with you, man? No, he is not the person that told me that Amari Cooper went down at camp. So you can ask him, but I don't know if he's going to tell you. Let's see. Easy says, in the fan base mind, Giants took a chance on a defense worth $200 million, and look what happened to that. Exactly. It was like $240 million to be exact, because it was $250 million. There's no chance of being taken. Any team's going to do what it takes to get the edge on the teams. Exactly. Corey says, I didn't know the Cowboys doctors did the surgery. Well, that's a game changer. Yeah, they did. The Cowboys, my bad. I'm up here checking my nose in the camera. That's disrespectful. Yeah, the Cowboys doctors are the ones who did the surgery. That's why I was like, damn, that ain't no insider trading. They didn't break no type of HIPAA laws with his medical file didn't accidentally just slide on his desk. I'm just saying, I'm curious. James says, maybe I didn't convey my thoughts clearly, but I approve Jaylon being paid. Absolutely, Lisa. I believe it too, because, at the end of the day, I can't get mad at Jaylon Smith for devaluing himself. I can't. And I can't get mad at for Jerry Smith for offering you a low contract and you taking it. I can't get mad at that. Like, that is business. The purpose of business is for me, the seller, to sell it as high as possible, and for you, the buyer, you want to buy it as low as possible. Our goal is to meet somewhere in the middle, and that's where a deal is created. So I can't knock him for that. You know what I'm saying? I can't knock him. Do I think it undermines these other guys' contracts? We'll see. We will definitely see. We will definitely see. We'll definitely see. But this also proves to you two things. That one, Zeke can get his money early. Why? Because Carson Wentz got his money early. Jaylon Smith got his money early. Think about this. Jaylon Smith actually only played 2 years of football. 2. Because he didn't play his first year. So he's only played 2 years of football. And he got an extension. Zeke didn't play 3. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can't really argue with that. If you're okay with Jaylon Smith getting his money early, you can't be mad at Zeke getting his money because Jaylon Smith only physically played 2 years in the NFL and got a contract extension. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, you guys already know what it is, man. Never look down because the stars up.